If somebody can post the link in our chat. I see somebody's looking for the link again. And we will get started in a hot minute. I'm just going to send a message to Mr. Richard Hall. I don't see him on yet, but I want to wait until he gets on because we're both like super lit. I was just messaging him, King Richard. He has just transformed so many people's lives through this platform, but giving everybody that skill set. And I was just like, man, we should do a call, spending the weekend in Houston and just seeing, some of the information that he was really just putting out there in a way that everyone was understanding. And my team, a lot of my team wasn't trading, but they left wanting to trade. So that's what I was like, man, getting home, it's just, brought so much more interest to this platform within my network. I said, let's do a call. And he said, let's get it, let's go. So that's how this call actually got started. We just wanted to make sure that we included everybody. I see Hannah is on my Instagram. Hannah, get on this live. If everybody can just send those last minute text messages out. Market Bully is in the house. I'm like, King Richard, here he comes. Here he comes. I am so super lit. I'm so super jacked. He has just changed so many people's lives. Mr. Richard Hall. I know I love to say King Richard, like I just think he is literally has such a servant heart. He's literally changing the kingdom, right? And that's what I love. I'm going to make him a co-host. I think I can make him a co-host. Actually, Roxanne, you might have to make Mr. Richard Hall a co-host because it's not letting me. But Mr. Richard Hall, I just got to blow this guy up. So he has such a servant heart. He has given a skill set to so many people in this space, but my personal family and friends, that now they have been able to really multiply their income. And one of my girls, she came in with no knowledge, nothing. She didn't even know what trading was, just like me. I had no idea. We had no idea. We had no idea. But I was like, Paige, like, you need to get in on this. And she's like, okay, like, I'm willing to learn. And she started tuning into his sessions, right? And her testimony has just blown me out of the water because she has had 5-figure days, you all, no income claims. It's just a matter of getting that skill set and literally multiplying and leveraging your money in this space. So I could go on and on about Market Bully, Pops, King Richard, whatever y'all want to call him, but hearts and fire in the chat for Mr. Richard Hall, the world changer. I swear, Paige and I were just talking about him in the most beautiful way. But we're just like, literally, like, he was sent to change the world. Like, so many people are going to be financially free because of the skills, because of the knowledge that he has, and that he so freely gives, this skills to everyone that he can. Like, his heart is so big. He is just here to serve. And I said the world is going to know his name. So Mr. King Richard, if you can unmute yourself and come on and share your most beautiful heart, your beautiful
Wow.
self,
You
because
know,
we're so excited.
to be all the way transparent, Sarah, I'm humbly excited to be on this call with you, because I feel like I have to just drink like an entire bottle of Alive right now. To be all the way transparent, I love you to pieces. I love what
Oh,
we're
so
doing with
grateful.
Envision You. I'm so grateful and thankful to be in a room full of giants like yourself and Dr. David Amanitia and Yvonne Tapia and our entire corporate staff and just all of the visionaries and also all of our customers. I'm so grateful and thankful, and I pray that if there is someone on this call who is a skeptic like me, who is an individual that just been looking for something real, I invite you to go ahead and get a pen and paper out, because I just want you to allow your brain to be kind of like a parachute. It only works when it's open, if that's okay. Because also I'm old school too, right? I'm not old, but I'm not young. I have a 29-year-old
Medium
old
young.
daughter. Yeah, I'm medium young, and 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 I just want to kind of break things down, if that's okay, because I'm a big believer documentation beats conversation, and you judge a tree by the fruit it bears,
Mm.
and when you look at the mission and vision of Envision You to be able to positively impact the lives of 1 billion people globally, spiritually, emotionally, financially, with our health and wealth company, you start understanding that the mission is so much bigger than just the individual. You're talking about global change. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And I'm just so grateful to be able to share information, and even to be able to see a lot of the success that's going on. Like, I love the fact that I've met Paige and I know Paige, and we sat next to each other, and she didn't even know that I was Market Bully at the time, and so it was just so cool. And but also I love all of the news stories of people just really changing the game. And if you don't mind, I like to share something. I mean, it's no income.
Yes, the floor is yours. I'm gonna mute and shut down my video, and you just take it away. And
Okay.
let's shout out Kalaya,
Oh yeah.
brand new diamond.
Yeah. That's my brother. That's my
Yeah,
brother.
share,
Coach Kalai.
and this skill set, literally, you are behind diamonds. That success. Like,
Wow.
how does that make you feel?
Who, me personally?
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
like your
I
student.
well, I'm just a piece within the puzzle. Like, at the end of the day, I love Kalaya, I love Stu, I love, Bryce, I love Nathan Samuel. One thing that I love, at the end of the day, I remember just 4 years ago, being on a call, and, some people, they always rest on this, oh, I'm this and I'm that. That's not me. You guys call me an educator. I'm a master student, because, to be all the way transparent, if my daughter Amina wouldn't have listened to individuals like Bryce Thompson or Kalaya Lacone or Nathan Samuel or Joshua Stewart, who were paving a way, of financial literacy, I personally wouldn't be in this space. You see?
Wow.
So I get really excited knowing that those giants are leading the way. So when we talk about the build set and the skill set, I still have my notepad and pen to be able to be the best student that I could possibly be, because our goal is to literally change the world, to impact lives. Now, my journey on how I became an educator, to be honest, my back was just against the wall, Sarah. My back was just against the wall. And this is why I know it's for everybody, you know? Like, seriously. And I'll share my screen and kind of get into it just a little bit, because ultimately, looking at Kalaya Lacone, he learned the skill set, the market bully strategy, and the information that I teach on the Envision You platform. But what's so cool is he runs a live session, right? Him and Joshua Stewart, they run a live session, and that's just an example of what you can do when you start getting the confidence behind the skill set. Now, granted, there's one thing that I'm very, very proud of. I wish my parents were alive, but I'm the only trader in the United States recognized by US Congress for financial literacy. So that right there, that's one documentation that beats conversation. So I don't want to show you like my personal results or anything like that, because again, I'm no better than anyone on this call. But one thing I will show you is this. At the end of the day, when you have regular people, I'm talking about regular people, like, a good example, the biggest skeptic in the world. And I like to show this because, and this is no promise of future profits or anything like this, but you met Makata the other day in person. Makata is one of our newest sapphires that never ever wanted to expose this solution, to the world. She wanted to just keep it to herself, right? She said, Nico got me started, and that's okay. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. And I said, okay, no problem. I said, let's talk in a few days. And I want to show you something. And this is no promise of future profits, but I want you to really listen to what she's saying. Top where? Yeah, go ahead and show that. Let me see that. Go ahead. So you've been locked in. Yeah, go ahead. What you talking about? Show me that. Last 24 hours, 1900. Hold on. Before I do that,
$131. I started this account with $300.
oh, now look at this. You heard that she said she started the account with $300. But can you guys type in the chat, what does her balance say? What does her balance say? She started this account with $300. It says $3,942, right? Yeah, John, you're pretty close. Now, looking at this, if we move forward, because again, documentation beats conversation, it says in 24 hours she made 1931, right? Now, again, this is no guarantee for future profits. This is just an example of what she was doing, understanding the skills that pay the bills, right? Understanding the basics. And now I really want you to re-listen to what she says. Now open up both of those ears that God gave you.
Top where?
Yeah, go ahead and show that. Let me see that. Go ahead. See, you've been locked in. Yeah, go ahead. What you talking about? Show me that.
Last 24 hours, $1,931. I started this account with $300.
Oh my God.
This is in the last 24 hours. Because I was on a plane yesterday. I did, make a little bit yesterday, but this was in the last 24 hours.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
And how long you been in this space now?
It's been like 11 days.
Oh my God. And you started this with $300.
$300.
Now I don't know about you guys, but again, from being able to, have educational ideas, have control of your own money, be able to learn a skill set, and you want to deal with educators that have been vetted, that understand a process. I want you to understand now, there's no guarantee for your future profits. But if I had to sit here and say, can I truly learn a skill set from a platform that actually has real educators that's going to teach me a skill set to where I can control my own income on my own, you tell me, would that be a powerful skill to learn? Type a 1 in the chat if that makes sense to you. You see, because too often, we want to go to YouTube. And here's the thing, guess what? I'm not a gatekeeper, okay? I'm just a believer that we all have choices. All right. Yes, you can go to YouTube and you can figure it out on YouTube if you want to. You can go to Baby Pips and all these other places. Matter of fact, you can go to the bank and see if you can find out information on trading, right? Let's be very, very clear. The world is trading right now. But you also have to remember that you have to use discernment, and you also have to use your own personal filters. And see, I'm a big believer in community. See, life is real simple. When my back was against the wall and, I found out that I had the mass on my kidney, my ego went out the door. The only thing that was important to me was, how am I going to keep the lights on? How am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to, when the doctor tells me that I have stage 1 kidney cancer and, I have to figure out that I can't use my physical ability to be a provider, protector, and maintainer for my home. And then I have this young queen, my young princess, telling me, Dad, just lock in with the educators, Dad. Dad, quit trying to figure it out, Dad. Dad, please just sit with me for a second, Dad. Don't worry about just buying low and selling high. Just for a second, Dad, can you just lock in and understand compounding? Can you understand the educational ideas and just be good at taking TP1, Dad? See, sometimes we need a navigational system. We need, it's not that we're broke, but sometimes we're broken on our pathway to wealth. And so for me, I had to realize that I was broken. You see, and I didn't have to worry about figuring anything out all the time. I just had to literally say to myself, okay, let me be good at the basics. Well, what are the basics? Real simple. Know when to enter a trade, know when to exit a trade, and know how to leverage a trade. Does everyone have to be, do you guys think that Makata within 11 days became a master trader? No, not at all. But let me tell you this, what ended up happening, right, with Makata is she had a good customer experience because someone kept their word, because someone said, hey, I'm going to show you the basics. Hey, hop on this live call right here. Hey, when this educational idea comes out, do this, right? And that's all it is. See, that's all you have to do is be good at paying it forward. And when we started doing that over and over and over and over, you start realizing that guess what? There's people just like you and me that are literally getting results. And this was my breaking point. You see, I don't have no ego associated with trading because guess what? I know for a fact that God put his super ability on my natural ability in order for supernatural things to happen. I'm no smarter than anybody on this call. I thank God that God has given me eyes to be able to simplify very complex ideas. And guess what I love even more? The fact that Dr. David Emanetier says, hey, don't hold back. you know let's change lives. you know and when you understand that you don't have to hold back, that you don't have to use filters, you don't have to sit here and say to yourself, oh well, we can't say that because we can't say this. No, we don't have filters here within the community, because guess what? Every single person, if you are a part of Envision You and you're locked into our trade and travel, or you're locked into, let's say our product side, and you're building on the health side and all of that good stuff, you're definitely going to be able to learn true skills, to keep the lights on, you know? And that's what I love so much. So my goal and these are some of the educators. These are the top 5 educators that are on the platform. Should I keep going? I'll show you another example because see, here's the thing. I love it when people from around the world are able to learn the skill, right? Look at my girl, Dr. Sam. I love her to pieces too. But I love it when people like, let's say, Kalaya Lacombe. And again, this is just a live session, which is duplicatable from the education, right? I can guarantee you right now, if I click on this story, that there's going to be somebody with profit sharing their story. This is our brand new diamond, only 28 years old. How incredible is that? Right there, locked in with our VP of Global Expansion, as well as with the CVO, Dr. David Emanetier. That was yesterday. We're real people. So there's nobody that's better than the other. All we do is honestly just focus on being better. So imagine being able to be so confident to where this is a session that they host all the time, right? Where people are with the skill set, feeling alive, how we started.
One right here on the black line.
Using the strategy. Now, I know it might look like a confusing EKG machine to you, but imagine if in real time you get so good at the skill set to where all these people, 400 individuals from around the world, in Europe and Africa and the United States and all over the world, are doing this off of what they've learned, and their confidence with the skill set allows them to build an effective business with confidence. So imagine that. That's what we're talking about. You completely taking control. Because the last time that I checked, everything that we do within Envision You is done at a very, very high level. I love the fact that Dr. David Emanetier, as well as Bryce Thompson, as well as Yvonne Tapia, they've been in the field. They understand what a customer wants. That's why a customer experience is the most important thing behind the mission and vision. You see? And see, so my job, they like to call me an educator, but I'm just your neighborhood market bully. I'm just a master student. The fact that we can lock in just like this, and people from around the world, $800 in seconds, they're putting their own stuff. And this is no promise of future claims. But you tell me, why would people be sharing this type of information on their stories if it wasn't real? Now, here's another thing. Do people lose trades? Absolutely. That's a part of trading. You show me a person that wins every single trade, and I'll show you a liar. But I will tell you this, would you rather guess on your own or just go 4-0 with people who understand the skill set? Or maybe be like visionary trades, go undefeated. Maybe be like gold minded, and take some of those trades. You know, think about this. So I'm not going to talk to you about the thousands of dollars. I just want to talk to you about maybe $63 from your phone. Talk to you about maybe $100 from your phone, not knowing everything there is about it. And then as you really focus on the earn while you learn system, you guys can end up being like Paige, where Paige has made thousands of dollars. I mean, these are individuals tagging him in different results that they have in their phone. Put a dollar sign in the chat if that makes sense to you. Put a dollar sign in the chat if that makes sense. Because what we're doing here is not something that is super complicated. Why? Because we have the education. We have the education. We have the real education that's going to get you to the destination. You see, to where you can go out and confidently learn the skill set to really, really change your life. And see, I just like to keep it real simple. You know, if it doesn't make dollars, then it doesn't make sense. But since it does make dollars, it does make sense. Since lives, are changing, it does make sense. Can, to the normal person, even like me, this looked like a crazy EKG machine. But when I hear people from all over the world say, you know what, we caught 1,100 pips. You might not even know what a pip is, and that's okay. That's why we're going to educate you. I want to see who's going to be the next testimonial on this call. I want to see who's going to be the next walking example on this call. I want to see who's honestly going to say to themselves, you know what, I'm a little curious. Matter of fact, I want to see who's bold enough to prove me wrong. Just prove me wrong. Prove that every single thing that I'm telling you right now is a lie. Men lie, women lie, but documentation that beats conversation, that's not a lie. And I will be confident on that, and I will stand on that, which is another reason why we do boot camps. It's another reason why, some of my students, I've pulled up on them, right? I actually know people in the business, you see, because I'm not here for me. I'm here for the vision and the mission. At the end of the day, that the blessing and the ability to be able for, a single mom, God forbid, see, if my daughter wouldn't have found a way to be able to not only change my life, yeah, she was that little girl that just wanted to retire her mom and dad, just like all of us, right? We've probably had that goal at one point in our lives, right? Where we want to retire our parents. Well, my daughter did that. When instead of me and my wife going out there, washing cars in our auto detailing business the way that we used to, and I loved it. I thank God that in a very short period of time, in roughly about 6 months, my daughter retired me from me getting out of my own way. And now, being able to pay it forward to other students from all over the world, like locking in with our team in Luxembourg, locking in with our family, in Africa, locking in Ireland, locking in London. I really humbly believe that at the end of the day, people really want a real solution, and Envision You has truly created a solution for the average person like me, like you, you know, and understand I can get super technical if you want me to. I could, but the reality of it is, I want to see who's going to be the next person to buy their mother-in-law a car with percentage of profits for the day. You know, that's what I want to see. See, those are the stories that I like, because, money makes you more of who you already are. You understand? If you're the type of person where you're a bad person with money, then you're just going to be a bad person with money. But if you're a good person with money, you're going to be the type of person that honestly just believes in, looking forward to doing other things and making the world a better place. And so, humbly speaking, I'm grateful and thankful that God opened up a door and opened up a pathway in order for me to be able to do some of the things that I've been able to do for my family. I just want everybody else to have more unit of options as well. And I believe humbly that being a piece within this puzzle called Envision You, we're all going to be to the place to where together we're going to impact lives all over the world. So yeah, it's going to be confusing. It's going to be a little, oh my God, I'm nervous. Just like we were all scared. But I look at people like Paul. Paul, all he wanted to do was snowboard and waterboard. This is another one of my students right here. He retired. This is crazy. And so in 1 year since I've been an educator on this platform, I've already showed you just a couple of people that retired, but that doesn't even include, the individuals that really have success even before this. I look at this and I'm just like, wow, you mean to tell me this guy right here, he's now traveling all over the world now in Russia, using our vision lifestyles and, all over the place because of the skill set, because he's been locked in, because he did something today that people don't in order to have things tomorrow that people won't. So yeah, this is very, very real. We're locked into a 1.94 quadrillion dollar market. It's super duper easy. All you have to do is just be good at the basics. Understand that at the end of the day, you enroll for yourself, but guess what? You're not by yourself. You're not by yourself. You're not by yourself. You're a part of a whole entire community where people get results straight up. And we are a result driven business. So I humbly ask all of you on this call, if you're a guest on this call, ask yourself, are you worth more than $6 a day? That's a crazy question, right? Are you worth more than $6 a day? Because, for us to be in a space like this where it's literally only 199, 200 bucks, 200 to get started. And then, what, 175, 199, 175 a month? I mean, you break that down into 30 days. That's $6. And see, this is that moment where you ask yourself, are you really worth the dream that's still inside? Are you really worth that vision that was once implanted in your heart? See, I always ask people all the time, every single session that I start on class, I say, who really is a dream finisher? See, the dream didn't start with me. It didn't. I'm just a dream finisher. And I thank God that my daughter, was able to impact my life. The same way that if you got on this call right now, how someone's trying to positively impact your life with the skill set, you know, honestly, all we are walking examples of what it's supposed to look like. Even if you think, oh, well, I don't have enough money, those are all of those limiting beliefs. I was a simple car wash guy making $35 a car wash. You understand? And I loved it too because it was something that was honest. It was, instant gratification every single day. See, I don't need to show you my personal results. I don't need to. I can show you 240 people that have retired. I can show you 10,000 students that I've taught. I can show you examples like the heist. I can show you examples of people like Erin Long, our newest educator, where literally all she wanted to do, she had a goal of learning the skill set. You see, Erin had a goal of learning the skill and literally out in Dallas. And she wanted to throw her first event because she didn't even want to build because she's been in different environments before. And they never ever, she really never knew the basics. She never knew how to really do it. But now to look to see that in 1 year's time, not only has she purchased her home, purchased her new BMW, truck, and then on top of that, on target to retire from her job in March, and she just turned 29 years old. I don't know. And she's now an educator on the platform. You guys tell me, are we getting results or are we getting results? You see, we are a result-driven business. Whether you use our products, we know that works for sure. We know that works for sure. And that's just trading. We're not even talking about the stock education. We're not even talking about the crypto education. We're not even talking about how we have multiple languages type of education. I want you to understand, even when it comes to financial literacy, we have that education as well. So there's no more guesswork. Envision you literally created a platform to where you're going to be able to take control of your future. All you got to do is listen to your tour guides, listen to the ones that are in the community with you, and guess what? If you're on my session, I'm going to tell you right now, there's no stupid question because I asked all the stupid questions. All right. So I don't look down on nobody. I invite everybody. I tell everyone, hey, let's get to it. It's all good. So my next question to you guys, if you are ready to get started, matter of fact, tell the person right now, say, send me the link. Just send me the link. I need to be on the next class. Send me the link. I need to be in class. I'm ready to fund up. I want to be the next marketer. I want to be the next, walking example. I want to be able to take a live trade idea. I want to hop on and be able to learn the skills that pay the bills, right? That's what I want to do. And then on top of that, I want to tell a friend because I'm a big believer in paying it forward, right? Because you can build a massive organization and be just like Kalaya Lacombe. Kalaya doesn't even do this business anymore, from a perspective of just like trying to be the man. No, this is why he does it. Our newest diamond, who's only 28 years old, which means that he's making residually $10,000 a month. Listen to this.
Throw your diamonds in the sky if you feel the vibe. The rock is still alive every time I rhyme.
I'm honestly so grateful, so grateful to be here, man. And it makes me a little emotional. I'm gonna be real. It makes me a little emotional because it's one of those things where, for a while, I did not have that. I did not know what that purpose, that thing that was gonna, really get me going. And I would say that I had to remember just the type of person that, my mother was. You know what I'm saying? And still is in the spirit. And she was just so selfish. She didn't go out her way for everybody. She was an individual that you would come up with an idea today, and she's gonna find every way in her power to make sure that whatever idea you have, she's gonna start sending you research and all types of stuff. My mom told me what it was like to be selfless before I even knew what selfless was. And honestly, I'm just so grateful to have had the opportunity to learn from somebody like her. And what I want to do right now is that if I can ask y'all anything, man, on the count of three, because I truly believe in this. I truly believe that you don't die when you get put down and you're down in the grave. I think it's when the last person to say your name. And I told myself my mission and why I'm continuing to push this industry is truly to serve, but I really just want to honor her in every way possible, in every moment that I have. And but I would just ask y'all right now, if 2025 is your year, and you know that it's already done, right? I ask that when I count to three, y'all just give me as soon as you cue. And as you say her name, I pray that she does everything she would have did in the physical, she do that for y'all in the spiritual right now.
I want you to understand the emotion behind what we're doing. I need you to see it. It's happening right now. It's happening right now. Lives are changing.
1. 2025 is your year. 2. Let's go. 3.
Family, I need you to know that there are emotional breakthroughs because everything that we do within Envision You is real. Lives are really changing within the skill set and the build set. People are building massive organizations because guess what? It works. We would not be on this mission to do what we do if it didn't work. You know I wouldn't put my face on camera if I wasn't associated with so many wonderful giants, like Sarah and Paige and Bryce Thompson and, Yvonne Tapia and Dr. David and Manitier and our entire Envision You family. You see, men lie, women lie, but documentation that beats conversation can't lie. So I ask you guys, ask yourself, if this is your time, if 2025 is your year, and you have all these goals written down, right? We all write these New Year's resolutions. But I'm going to tell you, nothing changes if nothing changes. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So I'm going to pass this call back to the GOAT herself, Miss Sarah. I love you. I'm so grateful and thankful that you hit me up and you said, hey, let's run a call. Let's do it together. Let's do this call. And I'm telling you, wherever you are, if you said, hey, can you fly out here real quick? By all means, I will. I'll fly up, I'll pull up. Money is just a unit of options, and I'm thankful that the blueprint has been created to create more options for all of us. So I look forward for everybody to be really locked in. Forget everything you think you know about trading. Let's remove all of those broken habits. It's now up at season. It's now 2025. This is your year to accomplish those goals, because guess what? You enroll for yourself, but you're not by yourself. Okay. So Sarah, I greatly appreciate you. I love you so much. I'll see you in class.
You will see me in class. Thank you so much. Hearts and fire in the chat for King Richard. I love you to pieces, and I'm so
I
grateful for
love you
your
too.
servant heart. You've helped so many people on my team, and I'm just so grateful to lock in. And this is such a kingdom business, and it's the heart. The heart here, it's unmatched. And I believe we're all coming together for the greater good. So if somebody has shared this link with you, oh my gosh, get back with them, get to class, get that skill set so that you really can monetize and really multiply your income, you guys, and then share it. I say it's one thing to be a consumer, but then when you start to pay that love forward, it feels so good. Like every message, like even John Shepard, he just started. I don't even think he's 4 days in, and he's multiplied his account by 28% up. He's 28% up, and he just got started. And it's just by sharing the information. It's just sharing the information. And like that's in 4 days, right? So what's his story going to be in 12 months, right? Wait, the first day that Miss Page, and no income claims, but when she had a 5-figure day, I was like, girl, like what is going on? And she said, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that you shared this with me. And that's the thing, your family and friends, this is not a sell. This is like, oh my goodness, I am so grateful. And I have been on a flat out mission to really just get this information out. And that's why I'm so grateful for you, Mr. King Richard, because like your heart, I mean, I can't, you can't even put it into words, the heart that's here at Envision You. So get back with whoever shared this with you, get in touch with whoever you need to get in touch with, and they will get you the information that you need to go ahead and get started. Like I said, TNT is live. Trade and Travel is live today and not tomorrow. Get back with whoever shares this with you. We're going to have a mega event in Okotoks near Calgary, 20 minutes outside of Calgary on Monday night as well, where we're going to be meeting at Jill Matthews' gym. She's going to be doing a mega presentation there. We're expecting over 100 people. So get back on the details with that. And I look forward to, locking in with whoever wants to take their life to that next level. So thank you so much. Hearts and fire. Let's get it. Let's go. Super lit, super jacked. It's on. It is on. 2025 is our year. It's us.